Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.
It looks like it's going to be sunny.
Yes, it's much better than yesterday.
They say we're going to get some rain later.
Oh, let's just hope it stays warm.
What's the life expectancy in your country?
I'm not sure, but probably about 75 years. How about in your country?
About 70, I think. This newspaper article talks about the problems of an aging population. It's a problem that will soon affect most of the world.
I heard that the government might need to increase the retirement age, because otherwise there will not be enough workers to support the young and the elderly.
Perhaps we need to have more babies. Tina gave birth to a baby boy yesterday.
Did she? That's great. However, if we have too many children, that will have a bad effect on the environment.
How's your son these days?
Oh, he's fine. Kids seem to grow up very quickly nowadays.
He'll be a teenager before you know it. Teenagers are often rebellious. When do you think it is a good age to have a child?
I had mine when I was 24. That's a little young. I'd suggest you wait until you are in your late 20s, or even in your early 30s if you have a good career.
Yes, I think you're right. I'm thinking about having a child, but not just yet.
Is there a big generation gap between parents and their children in your country?
Yes, there is. Teenagers do not want to live traditional lives. They want to go out, have fun, and explore the world. They want to develop their own view of life. Parents usually try to discover.
Parents usually give their children more freedom in my country. Sometimes they give them too much freedom.
It's almost impossible to get the right balance. If you are too strict, kids might ignore you. If you are too lenient, they might go wild. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, they say.
What do you mean?
Roman is living in Rome, of course. And go to work by car, or bus, or on foot.
I think the Romans do what everyone else does.
Certainly.
And Roman really loves life. He knows how to enjoy himself.
Not always. But they like good meal.
Really?
How can I go there to have a taste?
By air, of course.
Mike, you're 17 years old, right?
Yeah, why?
You look quite mature beside your cousin who is 18.
You can bet on that. Did you hear the news? Two of our major suppliers, Murphy Music and U-Tunes, are merging. If they are conglomerated into one company, it would have some serious effects on our market strategy.
Are you sure? Who told you that? I highly doubt that they would take the step to merge into one company. They're supposed to be bitter enemies, the strictest of competitors. It must be a rumor. It can't be true.
I read it myself on the financial page. They're really going to join together. U-Tunes was bought out by Murphy's. They will take over the company as of next month.
The competition must have been too stiff for U-Tunes. Otherwise, why would they allow themselves to be taken over by their sworn enemy?
I guess they must have figured it would be easier to merge than to keep up the cutthroat competition. If you can't beat them, join them. Did you hear what's going on downtown today? All the orders from the factory are staging a demonstration in the streets. Not one of the 2,000 employees showed up for work today, and they have gathered outside the city hall to demand better working conditions for all factory employees.
Wow. Sounds chaotic. 2,000 people in the streets carrying picket signs and shouting slogans. What gave them the motivation to finally organize and call management on the substandard working conditions?
I think they gained courage after the mayor's speech last week on equality and opportunity for all town citizens. Anyway, the sentiments have been brewing for quite some time. I mean, we all know the working conditions at the factory are quite horrendous.
So what kind of demands do they have? What are they asking for specifically?
They want raises and medical insurance, and I think they want to clean up the factory's safety hazards. That's probably the most important issue. Do you like a package tour or to travel alone?
I prefer a package tour, and we don't have to worry about accommodation, meals or that sort of trivial demanding things.
I prefer travel alone. I'll have a lot of time lingering at one place.
What was your wedding ceremony like, Abigail?
My husband and I got married in a registry office with just 2 friends there as witnesses. But then we had 3 parties to celebrate.
3 parties? That's quite a lot. That must have been expensive.
Well, since my husband and I are from 2 different countries, and we live in a 3rd country, we decided to have one in each country. It wasn't actually that expensive.
Were your parents upset that they weren't there to see you get married?
I would have liked them to be there, but they couldn't afford to fly out to see us, and we couldn't afford to fly out to see them, so they understood.
Did your husband's family get to meet your family?
My husband's parents flew out to meet my family when we got married in my hometown, so that was great. Some people spend ridiculous amounts of money on extravagant wedding receptions, but we agreed that the wedding party should be less about money and more about family.
That makes sense. Did you go on a honeymoon?
We waited until our 1-year anniversary to go on our honeymoon to Africa.
You really didn't have a very traditional wedding, did you?
Not at all, but we don't have a very traditional marriage either, so it suited us perfectly.
Hi, Mike. Haven't seen you for a while. How's Kathy?
We are not seeing each other anymore.
What happened? Did you break up?
Yeah, I got sick and tired of her nagging all the time.
Oh, I am sorry. Maybe you were just emotional at that moment. Do you think you guys can get back together?
I don't know. There's plenty of fish out there in the sea.
Oh, you are such a dog. Okay, can I ask you something direct?
Ha, it's not like you've ever been one to beat around the bush.
Fair enough. Give it to me straight. Did she bully you into this?
No, seriously, I really want this.
I tell ya, when I got the invite, it really threw me for a loop. You've done a complete 180.
I know, but things have changed. I guess I've settled down.
I guess so. How time flies. We have been lovers for nearly a year. We hit it off instantly.
Yes, but do you think there is eternal love in the world?
Well, I guess that's about it. Everything's packed and ready to go.
It's hard to believe you're really retiring. What are you going to do with yourself?
Have fun. I plan to spend some more time with my grandkids, and I might even go back to school.
Well, good luck. Give me a ring sometime, and let me know how you are.
Here's 30 yuan for my ticket.
Keep it. I'm buying tonight.
No, you can't do that.
Sure I can. My treat.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.